Welcome to the show. It's Wednesday. I'm headed home, guys. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. I got offloaded. I got offloaded pretty fucking quick compared to what it could have been, you know. Um, 'Cause, yeah, there was a time I was out here. I think I sat out here until like 1 o'clock one day. I don't remember. You guys would know better than I would. You guys probably, I don't know. You maybe listen to the podcast close enough that you know my timeline better than me, but I feel like I sat out here for a long ass time the other day, and today wasn't that day. So I'm headed home. Uh, Got a ways to go, but not too bad. Uh, Last night I got my burger. You know, the famous fucking mushroom and Swiss burger. It was fucking delicious. Uh, had a side salad with it. See, I'm trying to be healthy, guys. Instead of getting a fucking another fish sandwich, I got a side salad. I did coat it in two little things of ranch, though. Okay, so it's not super duper healthy, but it was fucking delicious. I'll tell you that right now. Uh, Salad. I do like a salad. You know, a lot of fat guys don't like to admit they like salad. I like salad. Olive Garden. I'm there for the salad, guys. Like I don't know, I haven't been super duper impressed with anything at Olive Garden other than breadsticks and salad. Like that, it's almost worth it just to go there, order like an appetizer, and just get the salad. You know, it's delicious. I don't know if I can get around this guy. He's got a thing sticking off his truck there. Anyways, yeah, we're headed home. We're driving through the middle of the Oklahoma plains. I don't know what they call this. It looks, I could take a picture of some of these things and people would be like, "You in Utah?" No, not in Utah. I'm in Oklahoma. I don't know what the fuck is going on out here. I imagine this area used to be underwater at some point in time. Speaking of water, there was an earthquake last night. I don't know. I just happened to catch, as I'm scrolling through Facebook and YouTube and whatnot, I saw that there was an earthquake. One of the largest earthquakes recorded, I guess. Like, well, not recorded, but since the 1900s or some shit. I don't know. It's in the top 10, 8.8 magnitude, but it's also an 8.7 some places. Some people are saying it's a 7.9. I don't know. I don't know fucking shit. But I know what's being reported on all the news channels is there was a gigantic fucking earthquake, and right over there next to Russia. And Alaska is one of the Japan and Alaska were right there, and then they were worried about Hawaii and also a lot of California, well, all of California and whatnot. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know. So I sat up for a long time watching a live feed of Hawaii and Alaska, looking to see if the big ass wave they said was going to come in came. It never came in. And then I went to sleep. They said it was supposed to hit like 7 o'clock Hawaii time, 7:17 Hawaii time, or some shit like that. So I watched up until like 7:30, 7:45 Hawaii time, and didn't really see much going on. The live chat is just fucking filled with fucking. Sometimes I can't believe people comment on shit. You know, it's like real people are really, you know, pulling up their keyboard on their phone. Obviously, I'm not saying they're not all sitting at a fucking desktop or whatever, but they're typing out these messages and sending them into the live feed. And and you got people sending fucking bullshit out there, and you got people trying to comment on the bullshit that's out there, and then other people that are coming in, they act like they're the mom or the Karen of the group, and they're like, guys, calm down. It's like, what the fuck is going on over there? I don't know what's going on. I don't comment on anything. I don't mind if you guys comment. I'm talking about just like the live feed comments. It's fucking crazy. And I used to do a live stream for a video game, and I mean, I think maximum I had like 100 people watching at one time, which is, I mean, it's not a lot, but it was decent. I was shocked that 100 people were taking time out of their day to come over and watch my live stream. It was fucking awesome. But the comments, they just keep going and going and going and going and going, and it's like, you can't keep up with that shit. So you try to look at it every now and again. But I don't know, it's just a live camera looking at Hawaii. It's going back and forth, looking at the sunset coming down, and the comments are just going fucking wild. I don't know. I just can't believe there's people comment some of the stuff they comment. I don't know. You know, everybody expects it, like, oh yeah, the live feed comments are fucking crazy. Yeah, but are those real people? Like, I can't. I feel like if I saw a comment come through and it was somebody that I knew, I would immediately stop talking to them. I'm like, if all these are real people and they're in this world that we're in right now, that's fucking crazy. We got that many fucking psychos deciding to, you know, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to get at here. It's just weird, you know, whenever you think about it, you know. Oh, of course, yeah, people are going to comment all kinds of crazy shit on live streams. Yeah, that's normal. But that's normal, but those people aren't. That's what I'm trying to get at. We have a lot of non-normal people, you know, people that just throw up comments and shit and try to, they think that they can they think they can tell other people what to do and that they're going to listen. Like, no, I don't think anybody ever has opened up, you know, or commented something and then looked and seen fucking Ball Smasher 69 saying, hey, you guys need to calm down. It's like, oh, all right, yeah, you're right. I should fucking... No, they're going to keep spamming the fucking chat. I don't know. It's a lot of fucking unhealthy people out there. I'm not healthy, I'll tell you that. But, I don't know. I will never comment on anything. Most of the... I mean, sometimes I do throw a comment out there every now and again, but, I mean, some people comment on every fucking video. I remember there was one video, it was like, day 93 of commenting to this YouTuber that I want him to read my message or whatever. And it's like, what? Or this is the best one. Whenever people comment and they say, hey, give me a shout out. What? Who are you? What do you do? I'm going to say your name, but what is that going to do for anybody? Nothing. I don't know. It was just fucking crazy. But that was on Off-Road Outlaws, and let's wrap up the earthquake talk here. The earthquake came. The waves, I guess they came. They weren't anything crazy. They were expecting it to be way worse than it was. I guess Oprah owns a giant chunk of land on the island down there in Hawaii, and there's a really short road that goes from the coastline to higher ground, and she's got it shut down. I don't know. This could be propaganda. You don't know. But if that is the case, damn. Yeah, Oprah, come on. Like, open up the fucking road and let people in. I think she's worried about squatters. And, hey, that's a valid reason. Okay, she's like, if I open up my road and all these people just get on high ground on my land and then don't want to leave, that's a problem. I'd rather just not open it up. You guys can take the long ass fucking road all the way around my fucking property, bitch. So I don't know. I don't know if I side with Oprah or not. Obviously, if I was there, I probably wouldn't have my road closed. Probably wouldn't ever close my road. Probably just leave it open and just I don't know, go dance naked around the fucking squatters. Just dance naked, fucking shit, like dump buckets of shit. If there's a squatter somewhere, I'm gonna make it. I'm like, this is how I live, brother. So if you want to squat here, that's perfectly fine. We shit right here where you're sleeping. Terms and conditions may change. Okay, because if you decide to go sleep over there, that's actually where I'm so sorry, but that's where I dump my shit also. You know, that's where I dance naked and roll around and shit. And this is a hug zone. This is a big hug zone. So just so you know, I'm going to be covered in shit and I'm going to hug you. You know, I'll do whatever the fuck I got to do to get squatters off my property. It'll happen. He's naked, covered in shit, and he keeps hugging me. Yeah, you're not supposed to be here, bud. Like, this is my sacred ritual that I do by myself, usually. I call it a hug zone, but there's never anybody to hug. I'm so glad you're here. I don't know. I would get really fucking weird. If I needed to get rid of a squatter, I would get weird, bud. Anyways, what else is going on? I don't know. The waves hit. I don't know. I keep looking for updates. There's like some updates that are recent. Most of the updates I see are like from 6 hours ago. Those people fell asleep and never woke back up yet. So I don't know what's going on with the tsunami, but it doesn't sound like it's going to be anything crazy. I'm not sure. I don't know how tsunamis work. I don't know if like they're going to be big waves and then there are going to be less after that. I don't know. The last I heard, they were still warning people, but you know, the surfers, that's what they're oh, it's actually not near as bad as it was going to be, and we're going to go out there. We're going to go surfing, and I stand with you, surfers. Go out there and get your surf on. You know, not amateurs, not people that ain't never been out there before. Don't do that. But people that are like, yeah, I've been surfing for that 78 years. I'm going to go out there. Go ahead, but if that's what you want to do with your life, go for it. You probably hit some fucking badass waves. I did see a guy surfing, and it was like a big ass, one of them big fucking waves, whatever they're called. Um, it's like the tunnel wave or whatever, and it came in and there's a guy surfing on it, but the wave made it all the way up to shore and then it fucking pounded down on him. And I was like, oh, I don't think, you know, if you're out in the ocean and a wave like that hits you, yeah, it's not going to feel great, but it's just water. But it looked like it slammed him into the shore. So hopefully that guy's all right. If not, I don't know what to say. Anyways, so I don't know. In between jerking off and looking at Tsunami and also watching Family Guy on the TV, I uh, I downloaded Off Road Outlaws again, the video game that I used to play all the time. And it's a little bit different than it used to be. A lot more ads. That's what really kind of turned me off of the game, was all of the fucking ads all the time. Like, it was fucking insane. And it's just gotten worse. Like, there's inside the game, as a map creator, you can put up signs and buildings and all kinds of shit. The creators of the game decided, hey, actually, whenever they place this prop, it's a big sign that says no limit or it says Off-Road Outlaws or whatever. It's just a sign with a logo on it. Like, we're going to put an ad on that. And I was like, what the fuck? And I deleted the game. I saw pictures on Facebook about it and people commenting about it, but I didn't really see it in game quite yet. So I downloaded the game again last night. I brought up my old account and I don't know. I just thought about it and I was like, maybe I'll give it a chance. So I got on it and yeah, there like a lot of the billboards and stuff because I built all these maps a long time ago and then they updated everything to be different. So now I get on my maps, and these are popular maps that people play like all the time. And there's ads fucking everywhere. So I went through and I tried to fix up a little bit of some of the maps. There's one that's called Greenstone County. It's one that's one of my favorites because I have 4 maps that are on the featured list, and if I have maps on the featured list, I am not allowed to touch those maps. I have my copy of the maps, but the developers copied my maps and put them on the featured list. So in order for me to change anything on those maps, it's a chain of command. You got to get in touch with the guy. You got to ask him to tell the guy that, it's a fucking process. Um, so anyways, I have 4 maps that I love these maps. I put a lot of time and effort into these maps. That's why they're featured. But I can't update them at all. And I'd love to update them, but I'm just not going to because it's a process. But I have several other maps that I've worked on that I put a lot of work into that I can update, and it'll change it for the people. And I guess I could do a private lobby and invite people into the private lobby, and they can play the map. But I ain't trying to do all that. You from my experience in the past, just inviting people to a lobby, it's like, hey, want to come play this game with me? And we get in, and then everybody just wants to show me their trucks, which is cool. I understand. And they want to sit there and chat with me. And it's like, could we just actually just play the game? Just drive around, play the game. I don't know. So I thought about, possibly doing another live stream at some point in time. Maybe just throw one in there every now and again, just get on there. But I wanted to get on and update some of the maps. So I updated a little bit of Greenstone County. And I also played on it for a little bit, drove around, checking stuff out. And it's insane to me because these maps are, I'm stroking my own cock right here. But these maps are so fucking cool. I can't believe that I made these maps. It's like, it's a blank canvas. You open up Map Creator, and it's just a blank canvas. You can add trees, not add trees. I normally don't add any trees, so I can add them in where I want them rather than where the system wants them to be. And you'll get phantom trees if you load in with the trees that the developers created, on your map. So, and it goes between Android and Apple. So, like on Android, there's no trees in this one area, or there's no trees on the road. But you get on Apple and you show up, and they're like, wait, man, there's fucking trees in the middle of the road here. It's like, oh shit, I can't see the trees. I don't know. Like, you have to have people send you pictures from Apple devices so I can see them on it. I don't know. Back to the game. I was just playing it and having a good time. I got on Map Creator. I created another house. I just created like a little neighborhood, a long time ago. But they added more assets, but they haven't added any fucking assets at all. It's been a long time since they've done anything for the map makers on there. The most they've done for us is put ads on our fucking billboards and shit. And, all those billboards were placed strategically. And sometimes the billboards weren't even billboards. They were just for something else. And now there's just like ads all over the fucking place. They really kind of fucked everything up. But, no, I just wanted to play it. And played a little online lobby. Nobody knows who I am because I changed my name. on there because it became a process. Because there's no way to. Well, I mean, I have a way I can, like, if I really wanted to prove, if I put my one man Wolfpack name or Wolfpack Creations, whatever I decide to go with, on there, and people are like, oh, this is your map. Well, several times I've ran into other people saying their name is Wolfpack Creations, and they get on there. And it's just funny because I get on there, I'm like, you're not the real Wolfpack. I'm the real Wolfpack. And they're like, no, I'm the real Wolfpack. You're not the real Wolfpack. And it's like, okay, bud, check the Facebook group. But it's like, do I really want to go through all that fucking shit just to prove to a 10-year-old that I'm the real guy? And then it's been a half hour. And then they're like, oh, yeah, you are the real one. It's like, yeah, you've been impersonating me. What the fuck? You liked me so much that you impersonated me, but now you met me and now I don't like you. You know, so I don't know. I just don't put my real name on there. I just, use a generic name, get on there and play. It's usually a lot easier. And people are actually just playing the game or whatever. But I don't know. So I've got several maps that they're public, they're on there, they're available, but nobody knows about them. Like there's one map that nobody knows about, and it's got 0 likes on it, and I'm like, I don't know, because that was my kind of thought process. Was like, I'm gonna download this game, I'm gonna play it a little bit, and I'm gonna just release all my unreleased maps, and I only have like 3 of them that are unreleased. But then I looked at it, and they're actually not able to be, they're not at a good spot to be released. So I just kind of worked on the one map, Greenstone County, because Greenstone, yeah, and that's the other thing. These maps are so fucking good. Greenstone County, I spent so much fucking time on. It's basically rolling. It's kind of like I don't know. I don't even know what part of the world it would be like. You just have to get on there and look. There's a couple of lakes. There's a river. There's a racetrack. There's campgrounds. There's a factory. There's a long bridge. There's farms. There's a big auto parts area. It's pretty fucking cool. And some of the houses that I put on there, I've built them to be enterable. So, and now that I think that's one thing I need to get back on there and check out, because since the updates have come out, they've let you exit your vehicle. So now you can exit your vehicle and you have an avatar, little character. You can have a gun. You can't shoot people, but you can shoot birds and little targets and shit. And but before, I would just use a drone, because I would do RP videos. I know it's fucking queer, but I did RP videos, and that's what really kind of got me all my subscribers and a lot of shit on the game. But you would open up the drone and then walk around as the drone and just do a first person drone just walking around. But now they added avatars, so now you get out and you can walk around and stuff. And I need to go through and fix some of the enterable houses and businesses, because I don't know if the people fit. But and yeah, some of those fucking assets they added in there. There's like one, it's a house with a porch, but they won't let you enlarge the house at all. The house is one size. You can't make it bigger. You can't make it smaller. It's kind of useless, because you can walk up the stairs, but then your person starts glitching and shit, and you get stuck, and you have to not reset the game, but you just have to reload you have to go back to a spawn point to get out of that glitch, and it's just kind of annoying. So Yeah, I don't know. Thought about maybe getting back into that. I had the Off-Road Outlaws. I downloaded on my computer, my PC. I downloaded BlueStacks, which is an Android emulator. I sound like a fucking physicist over here. Um, I sound like a goddamn physician over here. Uh, Downloaded BlueStacks onto my computer, fucking science nerd over here, and download. It's an Android emulator. Those are big words. And I downloaded the video game, and then I logged into it, and I'm able to play the game on the computer, but you know, I can't do shit. I don't know. I'm not good with computer keyboards and stuff to figure out how to play the game. So, anyways, I don't even know why I brought that up. Just wanted to fucking flex on y'all with my big words, my smart brain. Uh, Anyways, I don't know. I might start playing the game a little bit here and there, because I don't know, man. I've been laying in these hotel rooms, and I'm like, I brought my laptop, but it's like I don't want to go through all the fucking work of getting the laptop opened up, getting the internet connected, and trying to get the fucking video games updated and shit downloaded, and then just play for 5 minutes and then go lay down. It's like I wore myself out getting the game ready to go. But with Off-Road Outlaws, it's just I can lay on the bed, open up my phone, connect my charger, and play on the game. One of them it's called Red, Redd, Oklahoma. Red, Oklahoma is a fictional town in Oklahoma, and it's got red dirt. And I like it, but I'm thinking about updating it and adding some more stuff here and there. It's kind of a deserted kind of map right now. Like there's a couple of points of interest. There's a pretty cool house. It's kind of tucked away in some hills and shit. And then there's another like auto shop that's kind of tucked off in another hill. And then there's like a little abandoned gas station that I kind of made look abandoned and shit. And then there's like trail rides and stuff. But it's kind of bare. I don't know. I think that might be the next one I work on and try to. But it's got 0 likes, so nobody even knows about it. But I was kind of shocked to see that it had 0 likes, because normally if I find a cool map and I'm like, oh man, this map is awesome, I look at the creator and then I search for that creator's name, and then it shows me all of those maps made by that creator. Now, all of my maps, they got really popular, so people would change their name and then go create a map and say it was made by my name. And so there's like hundreds of maps that are supposedly made by One Man Wolfpack or Wolfpack Creations, and it's like, no guys, I have like 15, maybe 15 maps. And 4 of those are on the featured list. They can't, fake those ones. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm getting at here. It's just a fucking video game. But it was fun. I just don't like editing, and that's why I did live streams, because I didn't have to edit anything. I could just live stream everything, and then it was posted up and it was done. And it was getting a lot of eyeballs. It was kind of fun to do. The editing, I did like, doing the YouTube videos. It just takes so fucking long, and I just like, I don't have time. I have the time to do other stuff and that I don't do. Why am I going to spend that time doing this that's not, super important, when I'm not going to even spend that time doing the important things? That's kind of where I'm at. Anyways, I found a new podcast I'm listening to. It's Dak Shepard's Armchair Expert podcast. I saw a clip of Brad Pitt on that, so I went ahead and followed it on Spotify, and I've been listening to the Brad Pitt episode. Brad Pitt's a fucking cool guy, and really makes me want to watch a couple of movies that he's in. Also, I got into No Country for Old Men. I've seen that movie several times, and I've loved it every single time I've watched it. But I started getting into other stuff because there's a lot of unanswered questions about that movie, and apparently it's based off of a book. So there's other information you can find in a book that will answer a couple of questions. I don't know. I got on Reddit, went to a Reddit hole, and was looking about it. But I just love that fucking movie. I love the bad guy, the guy with the weird haircut. It's something about, if that guy had a different haircut, I don't think it would have been a good movie. It wouldn't have been as good. It was just such a creepy fucking guy. And I don't know. It made me look up the actor. Or what's his name? Jacques. I don't know. I don't know his name. It's like I love him so much in this one movie that him in any other movie isn't good enough. I don't know what it is. Because he's like, I'm a nice guy. I don't know why they made me the bad guy. I hate my haircut in the movie. And it's like, brother, everything about you in that movie is fucking awesome. I don't know what you're talking about. It's like, all your other shit I don't like. I haven't looked at it, so I don't know if I like it all or not, but I just haven't really. It's like, I don't want to ruin my image of you by watching some shit that's not as good. He's just fucking psycho, man. And the part with him and the fucking cop guy, what is his name? I know his name. He's a famous ass actor. I don't know his name. I can't think of it right now. Woody Harrelson. That's it. Where they're sitting in the hotel room, and he's like, I don't know. I don't want to give away. I guess I'm giving away a lot of information, but they're sitting there, they're talking, and he's got his shotgun with the silencer pointed at him, and the phone starts ringing, and he's just not answering the phone, and the bad guy's just like looking at the phone, and you can tell he's a little bit autistic, and he really wants that phone to be answered, and it's just annoying to him that it's not being answered. And the other guy is just like, I'm not going to answer. I'm not going to answer. He's not saying that, but he's just sitting there. And then he looks back at him, and as soon as his eyes make contact, he fucking shoots him. Oh. But you don't get to see much. You don't get to see him get shot. The only shot of him is him alive, but you see him get shot, blood spray, and then he answers the phone, and then he picks his feet up off the floor as the blood is draining over to where he's sitting, and he just puts them on the bed. And I don't know, man. It's a fucking crazy ass movie. It's fucking cool. If you haven't seen No Country for Old Men, check it the fuck out. It's such a good movie. It's long, it's slow, it's so interesting. But yeah, I haven't watched the movie in a while. Oh, and the quarter scene. Where this all came from was Kevin James. I was scrolling through, Facebook or YouTube, and I came up on Kevin James, Sound Guy. During the pandemic, Kevin James, just started making like these little movie clip things where he's a sound guy on set of these movies, and he just puts himself in these movies. And, man, the quarter scene from No Country with Kevin James in it's hilarious. I mean, it's not super, it's not like super laugh out loud hilarious. It's just really enjoyable to watch. And then there's AI stuff. Like people are like, oh, AI is coming out. There's no going to be no use for actors and shit and this and that. I don't know, man, because maybe, but I think there's gonna be a little bit that this is made by AI, and it's gonna be a little bit disconnected. I think there's always gonna be a place for real actors, but like commercials and fucking, most of the shit that where most of the actors are, which is in little shit here and there, and models and whatnot, yeah, all that's going to be gone. That's going to be all AI. It's just those companies aren't going to be worth, they're not going to want to pay all these actors and extras and shit. All that shit is probably going to go to AI. But I think the main people, the main characters, the main shit going on with movies is always going to be humans. I think they're definitely gonna try it, but I think a lot of directors might even be against it. Just trying to. You're definitely gonna have AI technicians or whatever that might be, to get the scene exactly the way they want it to be. And sometimes it's just easier to have a human do it and have unexpected human, you know, things about the show or the movie. Like there was another movie where there was this guy and he wore his cowboy hat all over on set, and the director was like, "Take that fucking hat off," and he's like, "No, I kind of like the hat," and he wore the hat so much that the director was like, "Every time I see you without the hat, I now your character has a hat." And it's just like, if this was AI and the director's just there typing in or telling somebody, this is what I want it to be, and they're trying to get it right with AI. Because I mean, I imagine they're using a different system than fucking what I'm using, but I'm getting annoyed with my AI. I'm like, hey, make this the truck that's in that picture, make it this truck, and it just can't fucking do it. It just can't fucking do it. You got to do it like 18 times, and then the picture's completely different than what it originally was, and you're like, what the fuck? I just wanted the truck swapped out, man. I just wanted. They're like, oh, I'm so sorry. Let me try again. It's like, you're not doing it right, man. You're just not doing it right. And I feel like that's going to have an impact on making the movies and stuff. They're either going to be the movies aren't going to be as good as they could have been, or they're going to be with real people, is what I think. Um, and then, this is something I heard on the Joe Rogan podcast right after I got done recording. I was listening to this, and I had watched a little bit of this from the Tom Segura podcast, where this guy was talking about these sealed documents from Mexico, where this guy was on an airplane, and it was this, I'll go ahead and give some of the backstory up front, because I kind of missed out on some of the backstory until the end with Joe Rogan, but it's this guy. He was been training to be a pilot for a while. He finally got his first solo fly, and he starts flying, and then I don't know. He wakes up, and he's above the ocean, and he was hours and hours away from being from the ocean. There's a guy on the other, end of the talk radio or whatever the fuck he's got, that's like, hey, are you okay? And he's like, hey, I just woke up. What the hell happened? And he's like, where am I? And all this stuff. And this was like back in the 60s or something. I don't know. And they're like, you were saying all kinds of crazy shit. You need to come in. You need to land and get, whatever. Like, you've been circling out in the ocean for like an hour and a half or whatever. And he's like, well, how did I only burn a quarter tank of fuel? But I was hours away, and blah, I don't know. A lot of shit wasn't adding up, and then But on the Joe Rogan podcast, he was like, "Oh yeah, there's actually a recording, like the recordings that from the flight log were released." So they listened to it, and it's like it's in Spanish, but it's apparently an alien speaking through this guy's voice, took him over, and that's why he passed out and wasn't awake during all this, and it just like I don't know. But where it lost me was we are in the same solar system. Blah blah blah. We're your equipment is too not good enough, but you guys need to quit fighting because nobody else in this universe fights like you guys fight. You're gonna be nuclear warred, whatever. Blah blah blah. We're from a civilization many light years away. As soon as he said light years away, I was like, well, that's not right. And I don't know, I can't be the only one to think about this, but if time, from what I understand, time moves differently on Mars. It moves differently on Pluto. It moves differently with the sun. Uh, so whenever you say light year, they're saying light years away. Uh, and I mean, I guess I could be wrong, but I'm like this. I don't know. This is fucked up because you're an alien. How do you know what the fuck a year is in our time? How do you know that you're light years away for our time? Because a light year it has to be 7 light years away. A burst of light happens 7 light years away. 7 years from then, that's when we see it. That's a light year. I think that's what it is. The time it takes light to travel. Like, I don't know what a light minute away is. Like the speed of light. What's a 30-second light away? What is that? How far away? I mean, I guess this is something I could probably Google and look up. But anyways, that's for our perception. So I don't know. An alien saying, using our terms. And that's the other thing. It's like the language that I'm speaking, a foot, an inch, that's all made up. This is all made up by humans. Okay? That's a lawnmower. Well, there's a couple of different things going on with that. What the fuck is, if I'm an alien and, or I go to an alien planet and they're like, oh, that's you would call this a lawn on your planet. It's like, how do you know what the fuck we call shit on my planet? How do you know what a mower is? How do you know, like, the act of mowing? That's all made up. We made all that shit up. An inch? We made the inch. We're just like decided, yeah, this is the distance from here to here is an inch. And I guess there's some other, stuff I can talk about from that is, so you know how we have standard and metric, sizings and shit. And, I still get mixed up on this shit. I don't know. But anyways, other countries use kilometers an hour, and we use miles an hour, and we use feet, and they use yards. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Bushels. Bushels are different. Acres. I don't know. I don't know. But I guess back in the day, there's a reason why we use the measurements that we use. I heard this from a guy that was probably lying to me, but Or it wasn't lying to me. He was lying to his whole audience, and I was part of his audience on a YouTube video or something. We use the this measuring system that we use in America because we created that. We were going to use the same measuring style from Europe or whatever, but the documents that tell us what that is was taken over by pirates. And then that's how we got the information. But once the information got to the American shoreline, we were like, "Hey, you're fucking pirates. We're not gonna use the measurements that you have wrote down because we're pretty sure you fucking altered it. But we already have our own measuring system, so we don't even need that." And that's kind of why we use miles versus kilometers. I could be all fucked up. I could be completely wrong here. You guys leave a comment if you think I'm correct or wrong. Or don't comment and be normal. I don't know. They call back to whatever I was fucking talking about people commenting. No, I'm asking you guys comment. Yeah, what do you think? Does that sound right? Does that sound like plausible? Um, but yeah, I mean, just whenever he's like, "Oh, we are 7 light years away in your galaxy" or some shit, and it's like, yeah, all right. What the fuck is light in your language, and what the fuck is year in your language? And do you like what? How do you know that whenever we spin around the sun, one revolution, like we go all the way around the sun? First off, who the fuck's? How do we know that? I don't know. But that's a year. We call that a year. When we go around the sun. Pluto has a different year. It's got how we define year is going around the sun. Earth moves at a different speed than Pluto. We're not all in a straight fucking line going all the way around. Where it's a fucking, some are going left, some are going right, up and down, side to side. Whatever the fuck. Pluto's year is, in Earth years is a certain amount. But anyways, what I'm getting at is if this alien, I guess if the alien's smart enough to take over communications from an airplane and make the guy not burn any fuel or whatever, or put more fuel back in his plane, I'd make him go to sleep. I don't know. But I ain't buying it. I'll tell you that right now. I ain't buying it. A lot of conspiracies and shit out there, and it's like, I don't know. Sometimes I see things a little bit differently than others. Aliens, I don't know. They're talking about there's this 7 mile wide interstellar object headed directly for Earth. It's gonna hit in 2027. So mark your calendars, 2027, and pin this podcast so you can hear about it. Apparently, there's an object that's flying at an odd rate of speed, which is 130,000 miles an hour. Which is also odd. Like, why would you're using that unit of measurement so we can understand it. But I know, like, airplanes don't use miles an hour. Things that are flying through the air don't use miles an hour. They use air speed or knots or something like that. I mean, I guess you can figure out the airplane speed also, but I don't know. It's hauling ass. It's headed our way. They've used, solar models to find out that, oh yeah, that thing, it's moving kind of weird, and it's gonna be here in 2027. It could hit Earth. It's 7 miles wide. Blah blah blah. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Like, hold on. How the fuck can you see that far? Huh? The Hubble telescope can see that far? Damn, I need to go take a look in that Hubble, man. Like, I got telescope I got for my son. I can't see shit through that motherfucker. You know, like, I'm trying to find the moon. It's like, the moon's pretty fucking big, and it's right fucking there, and I can't fucking see it with that damn telescope. I mean, I guess I could if I really tried. I just gave up. You know, the tripod stand that it comes with, you know, each leg isn't individually adjustable, and I'm trying to, like, I'm on my back deck, and I'm trying to, like, use a lawn chair and, you know, a rock I found on the ground to kind of settle the motherfucker out, and then it's like, it's really light. It's a light telescope, so I'm trying to, like, fucking twist it and move it, and it's just falling over, and I just get, my son's like, I want to see the moon. I'm like, I see it. It's right there. And then he walks over and he bumps the chair, and it's like, well, it's going to be about 30 more minutes, because I can't, this fucking telescope sucks, man. I'm trying to find the moon. I want you to be able to see the moon. And then I did get him to see the moon once, and he's like, oh. And then he ran inside and played Fortnite. I'm like, okay. I thought we were going to have like a movie moment where I'm sitting here with my son, and I'm like, oh, yeah, let's pull out the telescope. And in like 3 seconds, I'm like, I found it. And he comes over and looks, and he's like, do you think the moon's made of cheese? I'm like, oh, man, that's a good idea. You know, it could be. It actually could be hollow. Somebody said when they landed on the moon, it rang like a bell. It could be hollow. It could be a base, you know, and it's weird because, you know, the moon doesn't spin. It orbits Earth, but it doesn't spin. There's a dark side to the moon. There's a tan side of the moon that sees the sun at all times. And then there's a dark side of the moon. But hey, wait, hold on. What happens during a solar eclipse? When the sun shines on the dark side of the moon? Hold on, I think I might have just figured some shit out. I think the FBI's on to me. They're on to me. They're like, oh shit, he's figured it out. Cut the feed, cut the feed. Kletus Ray's roadside service, he found out that the dark side of the moon sometimes gets light when there's a solar lunar eclipse thing going on. You know, because something's going on here, you know. I don't know. Some say there's some sort of a base on the moon. There's things flying in and out of it. Also, a while back, there was a video going around. Somebody shot a rocket at the moon or something, and they hit the moon, and I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Also, there's like another conspiracy theory where they're like, oh yeah, back in the 1880s, everybody traveled by hot air balloon or fucking Zephyr. Fucking what is the fucking big thing called? The blimps. Everybody traveled by blimp back in the 1880s or some shit. And if you look up old pictures, you can clearly tell that the sky has been whited out. Like they're hiding the air travel from the 1880s. I don't know. I don't really fucking know. There's also a couple other things that have been, you know, explained by scientists where there's like, all right, you have a paintball gun, and you have a tube or a piece of plywood with 2 slits cut in it. And if you shoot the paintball gun at those 2 slits, and you have a piece of paper behind it, you know, a couple feet or something, there will be 3 lines. Don't make no sense. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. Also, this is another thing that I don't know what it's quite called, but there's a thing where it's like things don't exist unless they're perceived, and it's kind of like the same concept of if a tree falls in the forest and nobody's around to hear it doesn't make a sound. And that's another weird one. But if if there's nobody there to hear it, it doesn't make a sound. I don't know. That could also be like if somebody shoots a gun uh, 17 miles that way and I don't hear it, did it make a sound? Well, it didn't make a sound for me, but I know it was probably loud, right? A tree falling in the forest and nobody around to hear it, does it make a sound? I don't know, but it fell down, right? It's on the ground. It probably made a noise, and I bet you, if there's no one around to hear it, are you talking about bugs and squirrels, or are you going all the way to the point where, like, trees are breathing and alive and have a language of their own? The Lorax is out there. He heard it. The Lorax speaks for the trees. That was my son's favorite movie growing up. He's still growing up. But this was like a phase he had where he watched the Lorax at least 3 times a day. That's all he wanted to watch was the Lorax. Dr. Seuss, movie. Good movie, but I don't know. I really didn't like it. After watching it so many times, I don't want to watch the Lorax anymore. I saw a cow out of the fence earlier. He was just next to the fence. It was a younger cow, and you could tell the cow. I mean, I'm just gonna make up my own voice for the cow, but the cow was like, "Holy shit, I'm out! Mom, look, I'm out. How do I get back in? Mom, look, I'm out. The grass is greener over here, but I'd like to get back in. Mom, help me." I didn't do anything about it. The cow was all the way off the side of the road up against the fence, and I imagine the farmers that travel these roads out here know each other. I don't know any of them, so I'm not going to intervene. Maybe they want that one cow out. I don't know. And if you discover a cow that's out of a fence, and you go through all the effort to go find somebody to tell them that the cow is out, you're probably recruiting yourself to go get the cow back in. And that's not what I'm about. I'm not doing that. I got something I got going on. So I thought about it because I saw like a farm, like it could have been the owners of that field, and there were people outside, but I said, you know what? I'm just going to keep on going. Because if I see that and I think that guy in the flatbed hauling a bale of hay, a hay bale, he's probably going to stop and get jiggy with it. Go over there and tell him, like, "Hey, Roy, your cow's out." "Oh, shit, that fucking cow, we're going to eat him next week. Once they learn to get out, we fucking butcher them." I don't know. Got offloaded today. I was 60 pounds under 80,000. I was 79,940. I was perfect. And I'm at a quarter tank, so I could have, I don't know, what is a quarter tank? It's like 30 gallons. So 30 gallons of diesel. I guess if I filled up, I was overweight. If I filled up my fuel, I was probably overweight. But everything is going well. Oh, and whenever I got to my truck stop last night, I got a sick tire, man. I got a sick tire. There's a tire back there that is not doing hot at all. I bought an air gauge. I didn't have an air gauge with me. I did check the tires a while back, and everything seemed fine. So I just been kicking the tires, and I'm like, If they kick the same as they did the other day, then they're probably fine. But my kick has also been wrong in the past. But somebody had taken the air gauge out of my truck here, so I had to buy one. I bought one at the truck stop. It's company bought it. Thank you, company. And all my tires are up to, they're all right around 100 psi. So, but it's a stock tire, 11R 24 and a half. It's a stock tire, but the outside tire has been replaced with more of a newer tire. I think a BF Goodwrench or something, and they're not jiving together. So one of my tires, is wearing really weird. And if I notice it, I know the police might notice it. So I don't know. And I'm also hoping that it doesn't blow out. I really don't want to blow out. But I've alerted my personnel at the shop about it, and they said I needed to take it to a tire shop. So I'm not doing that today. I think it will last, especially now that I'm empty. I think it'll be fine. I'm gonna make it all the way home, get in my pickup truck, go home. My other items that I ordered off of Amazon are arriving today. I got oil and a filter, so I can do an oil change on the bike. And my fork sleeves should be arriving. So I'll get those put on tonight, and then I think I'm going to ride the bike tomorrow morning. I'm going to take the bike out. We're looking at getting a storm tonight. And after this storm, for the next 3 days, the temperatures are going to drop to about 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So looking forward to that. I do have to work on Saturday, and it's an all-day deal. Not looking forward to that. But at least I'll be able to ride the bike to work for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and then I'll get Sunday off, and I'll be able to kind of hang out a little bit, I think. And then on Monday and Tuesday might be my last days doing this run, because I've been pulling the product down. So, and they haven't been adding any selenium water to the frac tanks, so I think we're getting close to the end of the road for this job for right now. This is an ongoing job. It happens every year, sometimes multiple times a year, that they start running the selenium water and we got to haul it off. But I think we're getting close to ending this session of selenium hauling, which is not ideal for me. I really like this job. I really want to keep it. But I think I'm going to be off doing something else. Hey, if I'm not doing this, give me that fucking Des Moines run. The one that I, fought to not do so I could do this one. I'll take that. That one's next best. I'll run selenium, or run totes of rinse water. I'll keep doing that. Because that'll be decent hours. I don't want to be at the shop. I don't want to be on a crew, and I don't want to be at the shop. So my next best bet is to get on a hauling job, or I'll haul trash. We got those trash haulers. They got to haul the trash from Kansas City all the way down to Tulsa, and that's 3 or 4 trucks every single day doing that job. So maybe I'll be able to get in on that. I just don't want to get caught with my pants down, What else is going on? My hotel today, biscuits and gravy. They have that every day, but it was actually pretty decent today. I liked it. It was good. And I stopped off at my truck stop, and I got me a cup of coffee. It was delicious. Yesterday, I stopped at a different truck stop to get coffee. And guy's pulling over. That's weird. Weird for him to pull over right there. I don't know why. Something's going on with him. The fucking coffee lids did not fit. The guy at the counter watched me grab a cup of coffee, fill it up, and try to put this lid on this cup of coffee like 6 times. I'm like shoving it on there. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like checking it to make sure it's like, I even grab another lid and I try it, and this guy's just watching me. I know he's watching me. I could feel him watching me. And then I kind of like turn around and he sees me. And he's like, hey, they messed up my order. They gave me the right cups, but the wrong coffee lids. So they don't fit. I'm like, oh, no fucking kidding. You just watched me sit over here and struggle with it for a while. He's like, yeah, you could use like a fountain cup, a fountain drink cup. I'm like, yeah, well, no shit. No fucking shit. He's like, we got coffee lids for those cups. I'm like, why are you standing behind the counter? Get your ass over here and remove the lids and the coffee cups. And say, and maybe like grab a piece of printer paper and, maybe write a sign saying use the 20 ounce and 16 ounce styrofoam cups over there. I don't know. This place is dead. There's nobody there. It's just a big empty fucking truck stop. And this guy's just, I don't know, man. Really, I don't know. I gotta have something to bitch about, and I feel like that's pretty good. That's a good one to have. Over there, you just hear styrofoam just squeaking, and I'm just like trying to put the fucking lid on. And me going, trying to fucking tap it on there and fucking squeeze it and everything, and I'm lifting it up. I'm looking underneath at the rim and everything. He's like, oh, hey, those cups and lids don't jive, man. I'm like, oh, no kidding. They don't. Why don't you fucking... They gave me the wrong lids. I still opened the box and put them out. And I have known that they don't fit, and I just leave them out. Because I think it's funny to watch people try to get a lid that doesn't fit to fit. It's really funny. Fucking guy. I couldn't believe him. And then he tried to charge me for 2 cups of coffee because I grabbed what was, he said he had 20 ounce and 16 ounce cups over there at the fountain. They were all 16 ounce cups. This is a 20 ounce coffee. Do the math. I had 4 ounces that left over in the original coffee cup that's the wrong cup. So I took both coffees over there, and he's like, oh, a fountain and a coffee. I'm like, no, you stupid bitch. I'm like, I poured as much coffee in this one as I can. But I still have good coffee in this cup. I will drink this first, and then I'll drink this one. I want 20 ounces worth of coffee. Charge me for 1 large coffee. It's pretty simple. Don't charge me for a fucking fountain and a coffee, you stupid motherfucker. I will fucking pour them both out right here on your counter. I would do that, but in my mind, in my movie scenario, both cups of coffee would be soaking they have like the little glass thing on the counter, and underneath the glass they have all their scratchers that just like the little piece of paper logo, their fake scratchers, just so people can look at them, and they got like the little number sticker next to them. I will dump both of these coffees, and they will ruin all of your scratcher logos. You motherfucker. Do not charge me. Listen, I came in here to take a piss. I didn't even want to buy anything. But I feel obligated. If I'm not getting fuel and I stop at a truck stop to take a piss, I almost feel obligated to go in there and buy something. And So the cheapest thing is usually like a cup of coffee. So I'll go in there and I'll just get a cup. I can always use coffee. I always enjoy coffee. So I'm actually thinking about coffee right now, and I'm thinking about stopping off at this truck stop up here and getting a cup of coffee. But yeah, it's just a thing that happened to me yesterday because I stopped in there and I got that coffee, and I stopped back in there on my way back because it was right around lunchtime, and it was like another 40 minutes to the next truck stop, and I was ready to eat lunch. So I decided to go ahead and stop at the same truck stop again. Like I stopped there, got a coffee, drove for like another half hour, got loaded. That took another 45 minutes, and then turned around and drove back another half hour, and it was lunchtime. I stopped off at the same truck stop, and I guess I shouldn't have stopped there. I didn't have to piss or anything. I was gonna stop and eat a sandwich in the parking lot, but I was like, let me go inside, and because I'm kind of thirsty. I'm thinking about getting something to drink. So I go inside, and he's like, "Hey, I saw you in here earlier, right?" Yep. How did you know? Did you not see the big white and blue tanker trailer pull in here, twice, and the same guy with the beard and the headset with the sunglasses and the bright orange shirt? Yeah, I'm the same guy. What was I buying? I bought a couple slices of pizza. I fucking folded. I could smell he had just loaded up the fucking pizza bin. So I said, let me take a look. And I grabbed 2 hunks of that Hunt Brothers pizza. And I didn't eat any sandwiches. I did eat my yogurt. I went to the hotel and I grabbed some yogurts. I grabbed 2 of them and some granola bars because they had them sitting there. Those are easy things to grab and throw in my cooler. And I'm like, I'm a gold member here. Okay, I should be platinum elite. I should be, but I'm not. I haven't been staying in hotels lately. But now I'm gold elite still. I'm taking granola bars. Okay, you guys quit giving me free candy bars on my way in here because I'm not platinum elite no more. So I'm taking these granola bars that you put out during breakfast. I'm going to throw in my cooler. Also, I'm taking blueberry and strawberry yogurt. And I'm going to put them in my cooler. I'm going to eat those later for lunch. So I ate 2 hunks of slices of pizza and some yogurt. And I grab a couple extra spoons and forks and shit so I like to have cutlery with me. It's always a good idea to have a little bit of cutlery. Yeah, what else is going on? Not a whole lot. Just living my life, living la vida loca. Ricky Martin would say that, and I say that also. That song is meant for me. Whenever I met my wife, it was shortly after we had met, and we weren't even boyfriend and girlfriend yet. But I went out on a date with some of her friends at a karaoke bar. And they were like, "Are you going to sing karaoke?" I was like, "Sure." So I go up there, and I fucked up. Because I forgot what song it was. I said, "Do you have any Enrico Iglesias?" I totally spaced on these road signs here. You got any Enrique Iglesias up in that fucking karaoke machine, bud? He said, yeah. I was like, I want Livin' La Vida Loca. He's like, nah, I don't see it in here. I'm like, oh. He's like, you mean Hero? I said, oh, yeah, that's what I mean. I was drunk. I was also, I'm just a silly guy anyway, so it doesn't really matter what song it was. I was going to do it. So I went up there and I sang "Hero" by Enrique Iglesias. And as soon as it started and I grabbed the mic, I was like, "This is not the right song. This is not the right song." But I sang it, and it went okay. Didn't do super great, but I did do it, and I think that's the important part. I sang "Hero" by Enrique Iglesias, and then the woman I was dating decided to let me marry her. I also sang "Candy Shop" that night. Let me take you to the candy shop. Oh, girl, don't you stop. You can lick it till it makes me pop, or something like that. I don't have the words right now, but I'm telling you, Candy Shop was a winner. I had the crowd going wild. I was like, I didn't know I had that voice in me, you know? I didn't know I could do Candy Shop by 50 Cents. It was a good song. Um, and ever since then, I don't know. My wife's parents, they had a karaoke machine. They got a new one now. It's pretty badass, and they got a new sound system. But I don't know. Her parents, I don't really want to go over there. I'm not a fan of her mother. Not a fan of my mother-in-law. But if I was, that would be cool. If I was a fan of hers, if I liked her and she liked me, that would be pretty fucking cool. We don't like each other, I can tell, so I don't want to go over there. But we used to go over there a lot. I think it was. I don't know when it was. It was before kids. It had to have been before kids that me and her weren't getting along. But I don't know. Most of what I can remember, it's hard for me to remember life without kids. That's for sure. Life before kids? What the fuck did I do? What the fuck was going on? Well, I guess before kids, I was working on RC cars a lot. I had a whole room in one of our rental houses, and even um, the duplex I was in, I had like a little station set up. I had all my tools, all my little pieces and parts and RC cars and stuff. But once we moved, I had an entire room, and I had a big ass. It was a folding table, but it was a nice, big, heavy one. And I had it. I was building RC cars all the time. Like that's what I was. I would rush home from the lumberyard just to work on some RC cars. And that's what's silly is that everything is like still packed up. From the time we moved out of that rental house into the house we are now, I packed everything up and never unpacked it when we moved in to this new house 7 years ago. Uh, Never unpacked it. It's still all packed up. I still see it. It's still there, but I don't know. It's like a big ass mess. The main thing I wish I had was my X-Acto knife. I've looked for it several times. I cannot find my X-Acto knife. The X-Acto knives come in handy for sure. But yeah, I used to build these RC cars. It was a Losi micro crawler. Micro RC. It was 1/18th scale. And I bought these. So I bought a couple of those Losi RC cars. And it's a rock crawler. They have worm drive. They're not fast. They have a lot of torque. They'll crawl over anything. They have little. They don't have a whole lot of power, but they have so much torque and gearing that they'll do whatever you want them to do. And I would take them apart and I would extend the links. I would shorten the links. I'd rebuild the frames. I would remount and reposition the engine. I would extend the drive shafts. uh, mount the electronics differently. I did all kinds of shit to these things. And the bodies, I bought these square body Chevy trucks from Hobby Lobby, which is like an arts and crafts store. And I'd buy these model cars, model truck square bodies. And I probably bought 8 of the same exact square body truck. I've got 8. I don't have all the boxes anymore. Probably not 8, but I did buy a lot of them. I bought 2 of them to combine to make one. I wanted a crew cab Chevy truck dually. I never got around to the dually fenders, but I did do some body work and I cut the front end of one of them off, and I cut the back end of the other one off, and I smashed them together and used Bondo and super glue and paint and all kinds of cool shit to make them make a square body crew cab short bed. And then to make it a dually, I just took some of the extra wheels and tires that I had laying around, and I just twisty tied them together. So there were 2 tires next to each other for the dually, and then I made a drop hitch. That one was probably the one I spent the most time on, I guess. But there's another one that I wanted to make. I just wanted to make a really nice one. I had one that was kind of junky, or not junky. It was basically stock low-seat truck, but it looked pretty cool. But I wanted to make one that was a little bit more realistic, a little bit shorter, a little bit smaller tires and wheels, and fully custom. And I did. That one turned out pretty fucking cool. Very fragile, because I made the frame, all the links. The links were mainly made out of paper clips, because they're easy to bend. They're pretty rigid for what I'll be doing. And I thought it would be kind of cool to have a little bit of a damage factor on these trucks. So if I have all these links are made out of paper clips, they'll bend. They will bend. Even just under the torque, they'll bend. And it's pretty fucking cool. I liked it a lot. But I don't know. Once I moved, I never got it unpacked because I never really started up my hobby again. And now they're just sitting around. They're just sitting around in boxes. I got a couple of them are in the kitchen in a box up above the cabinets. They're just sitting there. And I also got the other square body. So, no, I said they were 1/18 scale. I'm totally wrong. They were 1/24 scale. My 1/18 scale one, I bought that one. It's a square body Chevy truck. It's really fucking nice. And I really want to, I don't know, I thought that was going to get me back into the RC game. And it's just been sitting up in the box. Original box, nicely put away. I played with it a little bit. My kids like it. My dogs hate it. Both of the bumpers got broke off, but that's okay. I tried to scratch it up a little bit to give it a little bit more character. Because, I don't like things that are nice. I don't want it to be nice. And it's my toy. I can do whatever the fuck I want to it. But I really want to, once I get my real square body the way I want it, at least on the outside looking, I'm going to modify that 1/18 scale to mimic it 100%. Not 100%, but close. I'll get it really close to be a replica of my real truck. That would be fucking awesome. And I found some guys that they do like 3D printing and stuff, and you can order a 3D print guide, or you can just order the parts. But there are people that do make, because this is a fully licensed square body Chevy truck RC, vehicle. And it really, if you follow the forums like I did, a lot of people are really excited about it. And they made some stock steelies for it. And I'm like, I need those really bad. But do I? That's one thing. That's why I haven't messed with it. Is because it's like I don't want to spend $18 on a set of micro wheels for a toy truck that is sitting above my cabinets. I'm not gonna mess with it. But I had the Amazon cart, loaded out with a bunch of shit to order, and I just, I get on Amazon, just start searching for a bunch of shit and add a bunch of shit to the cart, and then, months later, my wife will just remove it all, and I'm like, I don't even realize it till like more months later. I'm like, hey, I had a bunch of shit added in the cart. She's like, yeah, I deleted it. You're not getting all that stuff. I'm like, all right, I know. Anyways, I think this has been a successful episode. I think we covered a lot of ground here. I know that my YouTube fans, the reason I have as many subscribers as I do was for Off-Road Outlaws, and I kind of did the bait and switch on you guys, and now you guys are like, what the fuck? This guy is just posting his fucking podcast. Nobody wants to listen to your fucking podcast. We want to watch videos of the video game that you used to play. And hey, I understand. I totally understand. And I'm sorry. I guess it's a fake apology because I'm going to keep doing what the fuck I do. Just the things that are important to me have changed, and podcasting is really easy to fucking do. But I guess this will bring me to where, now I'm a fan of a guy that used to do a bunch of videos, and now I can't stand this fucking guy. I wish he would go back. He would just read a couple comments, but he won't read any comments. Not that I've left. I haven't left any comments. I've read his comments. And it's Spears the Amazing HD. He's a YouTuber, pretty big YouTuber. And he used to do just like a bunch of different car video games. BeamNG, Mud Runner, My Summer Car, Grand Theft Auto, Wreckfest, just all different types of car games. And he was, it was very entertaining to watch. He was one of my favorite YouTubers. At one point in time, I was like, I want to buy merch from this guy because I like him so much. And I guess I'm kind of glad I didn't buy merch from the guy because now I don't fucking like him. All he does is GTA RP videos, but they're not even RP videos. It's like a bunch of fucking shitty mods, and he's like, hey, how many times can I go steal celebrity cars or whatever? And he just runs around and steals a car, but it's not even the same guy. Like his the whole thing about him, maybe he's doing what he wants to do. And he's like, I did the bait and switch. I baited you guys in with all these other cool video games that a lot of people really enjoyed, and now I'm just doing fucking content grabs, and it's just shitty fucking videos. And I'm really upset that Spears will not play any of these other games. You get on there, and I got on there a while back. I mean, maybe he's changed in the last month or two that I haven't gone through his videos. I think I unsubscribed. Poor guy. But you just scroll through, and it was like years ago before he did any video game stuff. And I guess I'm the same guy. Because people are like, man, this guy used to do this fucking Off-Road Outlaws, and now he just doesn't do them at all. I'm like, well, I'm doing what I want to do, but I'm not. He's still playing video games. That's the thing. It's like, you're still playing video games. You're just not playing the other video games. And, maybe there's some shit that happened behind the scenes. Or maybe he just, he can record 17 episodes a day and make bank money. He's like, these get better views than other shit. These kids are just scrolling through and clicking on, I don't know. But, Spears the Amazing HD, please come back to us, man. Come back. Go back to BeamNG and My Summer Car, Mon Bazoo. These other fucking video games that were actually kind of cool. I do not care at all about Grand Theft Auto anymore. It's way over fucking sold and played. The only thing that would get me back into Grand Theft Auto would be if I downloaded it on my PC and I could, maybe download some of these mods. I am not paying $30 for a game that came out 13 years ago that I already own. I already own the game. It's on PlayStation. I can't transfer it to my PC. It's just I can't get mods. I can't do any of that shit. And even the game right now, like the Rockstar, the creators of the game, it's their fucking money pit too. I guess I can't blame them. The money keeps rolling in, but every new vehicle that comes out on that fucking game is over $1 million. Multiple $1 million for a fucking Honda Civic. It's literally just a Honda Civic. It's like, oh, that's cool. I'd like to stance that out and drive it around. Oh, it's $2.5 million. And then you gotta mod it and everything. It's like, holy shit, like I have no money on the game. I have zero money on the game. I used to buy money for that game, and it's like I am not doing that. But if you download it on PC, apparently there's like mods, and you can just get everything for free. You can get even better cars for cheaper, and you have way more access to everything. But it's still Grand Theft Auto. It's still gonna have the same shitty fucking physics. Really shitty physics. BeamNG, come on, Spears. He used to just do downhill racing videos, and those were entertaining. He's like, all right, I'll set up 18. Anyway, man, I guess I just now looked down. I've been going for an hour and a half. Anyways, Spears used to do these downhill racing things. I got a phone call. That's what happened. That's why the fucking podcast got a little weird there for a second. I got a phone call. The Choice Hotel Rewards. You're available for 4-night, 2-night, 4-night stay, 2-day stay. You may be eligible. Hey, shut the fuck up. Okay? I stayed at the Comfort Inn once. I didn't want to stay there. I wanted to stay at the Holiday Inn. Adios, motherfucker. And plus, right now, I can record in this town, but I can't. My podcast, my phone calls, nothing works in Caldwell, Kansas. That's why it's the border, Queen. It's right as you come into Kansas from Oklahoma. I'm in Caldwell, Kansas, and as soon as you can see the town, you are no service. No service whatsoever. I am driving through. I don't know. It must be on purpose. But if I lived right there, I'd be fucking pissed. Because unless you have Wi-Fi, you're not using the internet. You have no fucking. I have perfect service back there in the middle of nowhere. Over here in town, no service. 0 G's right now. And as soon as I get out of town and on the main road, I'm out of town. I get full 5G service again. I don't know what the fuck is going on with Caldwell, Kansas. It's a cool ass town, but no fucking service. Anyways, fucking Choice Hotels is trying to get me to do a survey or some bullshit. No, absolutely not. They're like, oh, if you could reserve it right now if you pay us $400. Like, hey, shut the fuck up. No, not interested. And it's funny because he called me right as I was coming into town, and I lost service. Right as I was about to he's like, "Oh, you may be." I was like, "No, thank you." And then I didn't hear anything because I lost complete service here. I feel bad because the guy is like, "Fuck, your job is to call people that have stayed here before and see if they want to stay there again." Brother, if I wanted to stay there again, I'd call you up. I don't need you calling me to see if I want to stay there. It's for work. Okay? Not doing it. Oh, we have 7 destinations. Would you like to go to fucking wherever, fucking California, and stay for 3 nights for a discounted rate? No, motherfucker. I don't want to stay at your choice hotels. I'm an IHG fucking guy, okay? And even they tried to do that shit to me. And I said, no, I ain't doing it. I ain't got time for vacation. I already had vacation. I ain't doing vacation. I'm done with vacations, okay? If I'm vacationing, it's in my fucking living room or laying underneath a square body, working on a starter that I really need to do. Anyway, Spears the Amazing HD used to do these downhill racing videos. It's super easy to do, easy to make. It's very entertaining because he's a cool guy. But he won't even do that. He just does these fucking... I mean, let me just look it up real quick for you. Well, I can't look it up in this town, but... Let's see here. Spears. I'm calling him out. Motherfucker, I opened up YouTube and it fucking stopped my recording. God damn it. Alright, here we are. Spears the Amazing HD videos. Oh, I am still subscribed. Upgrading to the ultimate bike in GTA 5. $1 to $1 million undercover police car in GTA 5. Upgrading from slowest to fastest getaway car in GTA 5. $1 to $1 million spike wheel bike in GTA 5. What the fuck is this shit? Upgrading to the ultimate police bike in GTA 5. $1 to $1 million Lamborghini rocket car in GTA 5. Upgrading from slowest to fastest police truck. Tesla. Upgrading the fucking off-road vehicle. Slowest to fastest bike. They're all the same fucking thing. All of these videos are the same fucking thing. I'm scrolling down. I am at 3 months ago. Upgrading the ultimate boat car in GTA 5. And it's all just shit mods. I'm going back. Alright. We are now 11 months ago. Upgrading to the fastest Batmobile ever in GTA 5. What the fuck is going on, Spears? And they are all the same picture. They're not all the same picture. But they're all the same, like, it's a split picture. It's fucking shitty. Every time I crash the car, it gets bigger in GTA 5. Not interested, bud. 100 ways to break out of prison in GTA 5. Stealing cars from Minecraft in GTA 5. I gotta set my cruise. I got a guy behind me. Might pass me. I'm going back. This is 2 years ago. Breaking SpongeBob out of prison, GTA 5. This guy fell the fuck off. He used to be interesting. Stealing every car from Eminem in GTA 5. This isn't real shit. This is fucking dumb. Alright, back, it says 2 years ago. He was starting to fall off. Trolling players as a fake cop in GTA 5. That was actually, maybe a decent little episode. But I'm telling you, it's every single video is GTA 5. Unless he got like a deal from GTA 5 to keep promoting GTA 5, and they're like, you need to, yeah, we're buying basically your channel from you, but we want to employ you to continue to make videos on the channel, but only do GTA 5. Like, only GTA. Don't do anything other than GTA 5. And don't respond to any of the comments. 3 years ago, I tried GTA 4 in 2022. Might have been a decent video. I don't know. I'm telling you guys, this guy fell the fuck off. I'm trying to get to any other game. It's still GTA 5. Um, sorry, this is probably fucking just annoying, but he's still playing video games. He's just not playing anything other than GTA 5, and every video for the last 2 years has been the same fucking video. This is a guy I used to like, but now it's like, what the fuck, dude? It's not a fucking. We are 5 years ago. It's still just GTA 5. Do you imagine how sad this guy has to be? I just feel bad for him. Okay, here we go. I got a Christmas present, but I don't have a family. My summer car. 5 years ago. And, alright, I guess it makes sense. 145,000 views. The next video he posted, I got a free tank, GTA 5. 988,000 views. Below that, best new off-road vehicle, BeamNG Drive, 5 years ago, 209,000 views. The video before that, I bought the fastest getaway car ever, GTA 5, 610,000 views. So, he's getting 3 times as many views on a shitty GTA 5 video. So this is our fault. This is our fucking fault. He doesn't, let's go back to views or videos. How do I get to the fucking top? Let's see. The last video he got 1 million views on, or close to 3 weeks ago. $1 to $1 million Tesla in GTA 5. 3 weeks ago. Almost 1 million views. So I guess we did it to him. I guess that's what happened. But, man, can't believe what the fuck is going on. I also think, Rockstar could probably have, like, bots out there. They're like, oh, yeah, we don't want our game to fall off, so everybody that's posting up videos of GTA 5, we're going to put a bunch of bots or, spam the views so it shows that our game is still coherent 13, 14 years later, I don't know. Anyways, I don't know. I guess maybe I shouldn't shit on the guy. That's his money maker. He makes money off of these fucking really easy, shitty videos. It's the same platform every single time. He doesn't have to change anything about anything he's doing, but it's just like, I can't believe this guy, dude. It used to be an interesting fucking channel. I guess go to my channel and look at that, and it's like, well, since I added the podcast to it, and it added, what are we at, 371 episodes of the podcast, the last 300 videos, I do have a couple of real life videos in there, and those did pretty good. Uh, but I'm not making money off of this shit, so I'm doing what the fuck I want to do. You know, if I want to do a podcast, I'm doing a podcast. If I want to do a real video and I want to spend my time trying to edit and post that shit up, I'll do that. But the video game, it wasn't, and it was never for the money. That's the other thing. I thought it would be cool to make money playing a video game, but it just, and maybe if I stuck with it, maybe I could be in a position where I'm actually making like, a couple dollars a month. You gotta have a lot of subscribers to get there. But I don't know. I also the GTA, or not the GTA, the Off-Road Outlaws fan base is not big. So even if I got every person that plays Off-Road Outlaws to subscribe to my channel, which wouldn't happen. It would only be the people that like the RP shit or the RP maps or whatever. And so that's even way less, because I get on the Facebook group and I check it out every now and again. And mainly I get on there to go through, and if I see people post up screenshots of anybody on my map, I'll hit the like button on it. And just to kind of see what's going on. But most of the shit posted up on Facebook is about like trail riding and shit. I don't know. People are still doing the RP thing, but I decided to leave all those other groups. Anyways, all right, I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna put your guys out of your suffering here. If you're still listening, thank you. But I'm gonna quit it now. You guys can go listen to something else. Adios. Keep all 18 down. We'll talk to you later.